We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Every day, our world gets a little more connected, but a little further apart. But then, there are moments that remind us to be more human.
Thank you for calling Amica Insurance.
I was just in an accident.
Don't worry, we'll get you taken care of.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see you alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary? Where are you now? Under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monsters rode the wild inside me. I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded. I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded. These shallow waters never met what I needed.
to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Achilles and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman and his fists. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Do, 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 do. Oh, I want something just like this. Do, 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 do. Oh, I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Books of old, the legends and the myths, the testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman unrolls the suit before he lived. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can miss. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale best, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. 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 I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Every time you feed your pet Hills, you help feed a shelter pet, which helps make them healthy, happy, and more adoptable, changing their life forever so they can change yours. Science did that.
Fireflies, in little pieces. It's a dying light. It brings me back to life. In your eyes, I see something to believe in. Here's a light of flame. It calls us straight as flame. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost. Feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful light. One touch and I ignite. Like a starship speeding into the night. You and I get lost in the afterlife. Baby, tell me one more beautiful light. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. So alive, touches like a daylight. Burning on my skin, it turns me on fire. You and I, surrounded from the same time. But we're the only ones dancing on the side. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful light. One touch and I ignite. Like a starship speeding into the night. You and I get lost in the afterlife. Baby, tell me one more beautiful light. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. Diamonds are forever, but all we need is just tonight. A monumental tremors that can face the speed of light. Just like particles that's falling from heaven all over the stars. Hear you calling for me. Hear you calling me. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost. Feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful light. One touch and I ignite. I feel the heat as we collide. Like a fever that feels so right. So baby, tell me one more beautiful light. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open, never reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking
Etsy knows these aren't the sounds of holiday gifting.
Oh.
Well, not the ones you're hoping for.
Oh, okay. Thank you?
You want squeals of delight.
Wait a second, let me catch my breath. Remind me how it feels to hear your voice. Your lips are moving, I can hear it clear. Living life as if we had a choice. Anywhere, anytime, I would do anything for you. Anything for you. Yesterday, right away, melody stuck inside your
This is a 3-stage Volvo we are mixing. Paint code 707, crystal white. This is part 1 of 2 colors. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer. Any paint related questions, or if you're just here for the music, hey, I'm kind of DJing part-time. This is going out to John. John ordered this paint color from Minnesota. Cross Lake, Minnesota. I don't know what that's like, but hopefully one day we will go to Cross Lake, Minnesota. And I'll show you the results once we are done here. Again, this is part 1 of 2 mixes, 3-stage.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your school's saying first before saying it.
High tide!
It's roll tide.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
All right, next up is the pearl portion of this paint mix.
A wider smile brightens more than just your teeth. Colgate Optic White's unique hydrogen.
All right, looks like we got a question here. Question, what is 3-stage? 3-stage. Stage 1 means 1, stage 2 means 2, and 3-stage means 3. All right, 3-stage paint is, let's see, I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit. This is a great time for Q&As. Q&A always appreciated. You never know who might be listening, who might not, who might be watching in the future. And you might have the question that will answer all their problems here. So 3-stage, as you can see, there's, instead of having one solid color, you put color and then clear over that. 3-stage, you put your ground coat, which is the number 1. And then you apply your mid coat, which is the Pro Essence, and over that you put your clear coat, and that's what gives it that nice, fancy, pearly white effect that you'll see on most cars. Most 3-stages are only yellow, white. There are some reds, the deep reds. Mazda 46V is a deep 3-stage. Jolly Rancher, a lot of lowriders have the 3 stages. That's why they stand out and they look as nice as they do. They pop these colors. Again, they have the depth of a Jolly Rancher. So it's again a paint. It's a type of paint that's applied in 3 layers on top of each other to create the desired effect. The more layers you apply on that last coat, the Pro effect, which is this one, you get more of a popping color. So the main coat determines the car's color. Again, if it's white, it'll be white. If it's yellow, it'll be yellow. If it's red, it'll be red. The mid coat is your Pearl Essence color. And then your clear coat, which gives it that finish and that glossy pop. Thank you for the question. Hopefully that answers it and helps somebody in the future. This particular color here has two types of pearls in it. It has a crystal silver liquid pearl. Actually, I'm sorry, it has three. It has a white satin liquid pearl and then a gold liquid pearl. Again, this is for Volvo. Volvo paint code 707 crystal white. And these paint jobs typically cost a lot more to get done. If your body shop would charge you about $700 for a bumper to be repainted, when you have a 3-stage paint setup, expect to pay $1,100-$1,200 because it's double the amount of labor time that it's going to take. You got to mix two types of paint. Paint has to go into the booth and extra time. There's quite a bit more time that's spent on matching. Just like here, we got to mix several colors to achieve that. Always remember, it's very important to finish off with a clear coat. That's one of the questions we get asked very often. The color might vary. And the answer to that is because you did not apply clear coat. So this is a red we have here. You can see, if we can get it in focus here, this is without clear coat down here, and above that it has clear. So it is very important to please apply clear to make sure you achieve your finished color you desire. As you can see, without clear coat, it's more dark, or it appears to be darker, but really it's not. The clear coat allows the light reflection or it allows the pearls and metallics to reflect off the light and shine and pop. Without the clear, it does not. So very important, always clear, clear, clear. And here we go. Let's finish this bad boy off. Paint mixing is a takes time. Takes time to mix. And these metallics, you always got to make sure you don't overmix, you don't overpour, you don't underpour. One drop can alter the color by much. We make a mistake, we have to throw it away. So it's not just mix colors and let's go. Take some time. Look how beautiful those pearls are in there floating around. That's the finished color there. Whoa, that's what gives it that finished pearly effect. It's kind of like thinking of 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. Third coat makes that 3D pop. Look at that. You'll see right now when we put it in the bottle. If you happen to come by and run into or have any questions, feel free to leave them behind. We try to answer as many as possible.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a good day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Just trying to hear my name. Experience of life. Life is happy, but it's so.
Take a guess, how many specks of paint do we think there are here? I don't know. It's quite a bit of paint over long term, huh? If this scale could talk, many stories. Think about if cars could talk. Cars take journeys all over the place. Cars that travel all across America. If you don't happen to know your paint code, we have videos on how to find your paint code. Check out our library. We are uploading continuously. Try to give you as much information regarding vehicles, paint codes, how to change a light bulb, just anything we find useful and helpful. If you have any suggestions, please let us know. Happy to make one. Okay, this is why we label these bottles differently. So 707, again, this is a Volvo. Oh, where are you? So here we go. Hey baby, come into focus. So this is 707. Number 1 you'll see on top of the bottle. What that means is this goes applied first. This is your what is called ground coat. Your ground coat is what gives you the color of the vehicle. It's going to be the white, right? Solid white. Then we move on to bottle number 2. Again, 707 crystal white. If you can see, this is a pearl effect. It's translucent. That's what's going to give it that deep, nice white pearly effect. You can always check out our library of videos on how to apply this.
Etsy knows these aren't the sounds of
Have any
holiday
questions?
gifting.
Please drop a comment below.
Well, not the ones you're hoping for.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
You want squeals of delight. And spontaneously written songs of joy.
I am so happy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, happy. Remember, when you order one of our kits, it comes with this color match test card, okay? Instruction says apply 3 coats of base coat to test area. Wait 10 minutes between coats. Test area should not be visible through the paint. So the test area is here. I've seen people apply it here. Remember, that's why it's printed in text right here. It says test area. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you're using a jar of paint, in this case, just like the ones we're mixing here, a jar of paint, right? We're gonna make sure we shake our jar of paint. Most importantly, when you get it, shake it, depending on your temperature. If it's colder, make sure you shake it from 3 to 5 minutes. If it's nice and warm, I would say 70 degrees and above, go ahead and shake it for 1 to 3 minutes, 3 minutes ideally. Okay, after you have shaken your jar of paint, go ahead and grab your applicators. You're going to test it. Test it on a corner. Do not test it on the center. Because what happens is, let's say this is your car and you're trying to test this area and the paint's down here. You can't really know what it's going to look like when you have a big gap of gray between. If you test it, if you put it here on the edge, and this, let's say you assume your car is red here, you can button up against it. Now you can really verify if that's the color or not. So very important to follow instructions. When you apply, after applying paint, 3 coats completely till it's dry. You must apply the clear coat to make sure that you get the true color. Again, we went over clear coat a little bit ago. It's very important. Then you can apply on your vehicle. Just this is to confirm match, color match. If you have any questions, reach out and go ahead and once you've done your test color test match, feel free to apply the clear coat, apply primer, and do not apply in direct sunshine because it will dry a lot faster when you're in cool climate area. Just give it some time. Moving on to the next color, we are doing Ford. Now we're gonna mix up a Ford. Who likes Ford? Ford M7091 Azure Blue. M7091 Azure Blue. This is going out to Alberto in Campbell, California. Thank you, Alberto. I wonder if that's my uncle. 7091S. It's not always.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because
All right,
so many things that I left unsaid.
This is gonna be a nice looking color. Who's ready for this? M7091S. We're gonna mix up 2 bottles here. Again for Alberto in California. Azure Blue. What do you think is the best color out there? Somebody answer that. Let's see who's in here. Best car, or what color is your car? Let's see if we might happen to mix that today. There we go, some blue, make some blue. It's kind of like we're DJing, but we're DJing paint here. Here comes some of the blue. This blue going in there, it's called natural blue. To make the azure blue. Come on, blue. Blue usually has a thick consistency, so it pours out a little slower. Look at that. Boom. Carbazole violet. A little bit of violet in this blue. Gonna make it pop. About 1 gram. Perfect. Just a drop of white. I'm gonna get a drop of white here. Get my white going. Actually, a couple drops of white, 0.8 grams. Look at that. Where did it go? Here. A little bit of red. Who would think that there was red and blue, huh? There is. Got some green going in the blue. Just a drop, that's enough. All right, and we are ready to mix it. We're gonna put a little bit of this binder so the paint mixes real nice. Get some of the wall there, perfect. What a time to be alive. All right, let's mix it. Oh man, look at that blue, that is nice. That is a good looking blue. Don't worry, we're gonna get everything off the edges. Make sure this thing mixes real nice, all the metallics. Got some pearls in here. I wonder what model this one's going on. So this is his 2-stage. That means color and clear coat applied. The previous one we did was a 3-stage. Color or ground coat, mid coat, and clear coat. Most of the Teslas you see out there being driven that are white, those are actually all the Teslas that you see out there driven white are all pearl white. One of our most popular colors. White is actually one of my favorite colors because very easy to maintain. If you own a white car, you might notice that when it's dirty, yes, it looks dirty, but when it comes to buffing, detailing, and maintaining, the paint is actually very simple to maintain. It will not show scratches very easily. Look at that. Azure blue Ford. Black, on the other hand, contrary to white, very difficult to maintain. And you run a black car through the car wash and you're going to be very sorry. As soon as you are driving out, when it's dry, you step outside and look at that thing and you're going to want to go ask the manager for a refund. Plus $500 to get that thing detailed and get all the swirls and scratches buffed out. Plus, on top of that, probably the ones you already had previously to taking it through the car wash because you knew no better. Silvers are easy cars to maintain as well. The darker the color, the harder to maintain. It will show more imperfections. It will show most imperfections even. Okay, next up, we are mixing Oryx White. Something tells me this might be another 3-stage. Lately, these have been very popular. This is an Audi for Charles in Alabama. Thank you, Charles. Yes, it is another 3-stage. 3 stages are popular right now. Why? Who knows? Maybe people are crashing against shopping carts or getting door scratches. Who knows? Who knows what's going on there? So These paint bottles are perfect for rock chips, scratches, scuffs, nicks. I have seen people trying to touch up repairs. Do not attempt to do that. You're going to be very sorry when doing so. You will not get a good result. We're going to go over some FAQs, frequently asked questions for in the automotive paint world. As we mix, here we go. Let's see here. Frequently asked questions. Here are the questions that we get the most. We got a list of these things, and I'll try to answer these as I mix some paint here. Number one, how long will a paint job last? Well, that's a question that, that's more of an auto body paint question, but it's a very valid question. So we're going to answer both. Depending when your car got painted, depending when your vehicle was manufactured. So there was some early cars in the 90s, Chevrolet, Fords. Those are the top two that come to mind because you may remember, if you know cars or pay attention to them, you're going to see a lot of cars out there, or not now anymore, but you might have seen some cars that the roof or hood, fenders peeling. It looks like big chunks of paint were coming off. Now those cars had a bad paint job from the factory. So those were defective cars from the factory, and they suffered from what is called delamination. Delamination means that there was a step skipped in there, and the paint did not adhere to the primer. Most of the time it was from the primer above. First you have your metal, then you got your primer, then you got your base coat, which is what we're mixing, and you got your clear coat. Delamination was affected. Many cars were affected by delamination. Very common in the body shop world. And it would cost a lot of money because after like 6 months or a year, manufacturers would not warranty it out, because that's going to equal thousands of, actually probably millions of dollars, just like when they recall an engine. But this is cosmetic. An engine, manufacturers are like, okay, well, we got to stand behind that because that's what keeps on the road, and people are going to be very pissed. Delamination would happen, after 6 months or beyond, and it was just bad materials, bad quality from the factory. So there are other colors which last and hold up really well. BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, they tend to have pretty good paint. Older Toyotas too. So as long as you take care of your paint, also depends if your car lives outside, does it live indoors? That's a big factor. If your car lives indoors, it's likely that it does not get much sun exposure. Sun exposure causes, even though the car has clear coat and it's UV protected, sun exposure causes colors like yellow, red, can get discoloration, meaning you ever see a red car that looks pink, but it's supposed to be red. In your head, you're like, that car doesn't look right. It looks pinkish, but it's supposed to be red. Well, over time, the sun tends to do that, especially in hotter areas like Arizona, California, Texas. And if it's a single stage, meaning an older car, maybe early 90s, 70s, 80s, yeah, 70s, 80s, 90s, single stage, you would be able to return it back to factory condition. But sometimes ones that have clear coat over, they just turn pink and it needs a repaint job to be repainted. Now that can be kind of expendy. That would take obviously some long time, but if it sits in the garage, it will be preserved for a much longer period of time. It also depends how often you polish and wax your car. So it is recommended that you do that about, you know, there's car enthusiasts which wax their car 4 times a year, which is every season. I think, in my opinion, twice is good enough. Which seasons? I would say before summertime, before winter. That's the harsh seasons. And maybe once a year, polish it out to remove any surface. Prep the area very good with a clay bar, solvent treat. Remove any fallout, tree sap, road tart, things of that nature. So that will help you preserve your paint in longer periods of time. So that is, let's see here, what's another question? How long does it take to paint a car? Well, there's people that ask that. We get requests about painting entire cars. Well, tell you what, we are happy to answer the question, but not everybody, but most don't know how time consuming it can be to paint a car. We sell rattle cans, which you put paint into cans, and for example, you need about 2 cans to paint a fender. Now think of an overall big car, a sedan, even a small one, a Ford Mustang. All the prep work that it's going to take, all the sanding, all the taping, all the trim removal. In order to paint a panel right, you're going to need to remove the trim, meaning door handle, any plastics that might be around any painted surface. That way you don't end up with funny lines or bad paint jobs, because if you do not take them off and you just tape it, which some places do, it can cause your paint to delaminate in the future. Therefore, you don't want that type of occurrence. It'll create problems for you. You spent money and you won't be happy. L0K1. Here we go. To Charles in Alabama. Again, this is a 3-stage. So we're going to set this one here. Wait for its co-partner as we mix it. Okay, so to do a complete paint job, it would take a body shop about 40 to 80 hours. And that's only paint, because you have to remove the trim again. Look at the front windshield, look at the bumper has to come off in order to paint edge to edge, right? Because the fender tucks in underneath that bumper. You got to remove any fog lights, grills, accessories from all components from bumper, rear bumper, the trunk, the doors, the quarter panel, the roof. If it's got a sunroof, remove all the trim around there. So there's a lot going into paint. Most people don't consider, again, because we don't know how cars are built, right? This is stuff we learn over time. Somebody, let's see here.
If you want gift reactions like these, shop items that will make everyone on your list feel heard.
How many coats of paint are needed? That is a really good question.
This break is brought to you by Adobe Photoshop, featuring the amazing new text-to-image. Now you can create
I'm waiting
just
for
by typing
the
a prompt. So go ahead.
ad to be over so I can answer.
Underwater, pink and purple, coral wonderland. Get weird,
we
get
mix
creative,
here.
and get your free trial at Photoshop.com.
The wind is scaring me here. All right, let's take a look here. How many coats of paint are needed? Again, that's the question. Generally speaking, 2 to 4 coats of paint are usually recommended, with a clear coat applied over the base coat to protect and add gloss. So sometimes you need 2 coats of clear, not only 1. But clear is like water. It runs, You don't need it to cover anything besides the coat you put underneath. But when we're dealing with base coats, you can see from my glove here, one area looks a little bit lighter than where there's more paint. So the more coats of the solid paint you add, it covers better, okay? So that's why it's 2 to 4 coats. There are some cases where some vehicles require a lot more than 2 coats. I've seen when we used to paint, some cars would require 7 coats of paint. When you're dealing with 3 stages, you're dealing 7 to 10 coats of paint. So it really varies, but the general rule of thumb is 2 to 4 paint coats. This color has different pearls from the other ones. So this one has a white pearl, and it has a crystal silver pearl. Again, this is for Audi Onyx. I've seen many SUVs in this color. I think it's more popular in the SUV line for this color here. That's done for the pearls. We put our binder together to get this bad boy mixed up and shipped to Alabama. All right. Look at those pearls mix. Ain't that a beaut? You can already see the difference between this one and the other one. This one's more of a silverish. The other one had a goldish tint to it. Those are awesome colors to deal with. They're very nice. There's a very nice feeling when you get done painting a pearl vehicle. The reason for, who knows if it's because you're done and you just know you had a headache of a car to deal with, or the car just looks super cool when it's done. Some of the nicest colors out there. Pearl coats. There we go, another 2 bottles. Let's mix this guy first here. Yeah, look at that. It's just such a nice color when you see pearls, the way they flow out. And you can really get the best visual of looking at them when you're doing a 3-stage. They look nice in reds, they look nice in blues, but when they're in these translucent colors, oh man. Look at that. That is color Audi Audi Onyx White L0K1. So that's counterpart 2, part 1. Again, remember, this is the solid ground coat, makes the car color, and this is your pearl effect. You see all those pearls just floating around down there. It gives it a nice popping pearly white. It really does look. Think of a pearl when you look at it. That's the way this color looks. All right, next up. Next up is PQD. PQD. We're gonna swap out the gloves here because we don't want colors mixing around. Right? Surf Blue PQD. This is for Joyce. Joyce, thank you, Joyce from California. Carlsbad. Carlsbad is where Legoland is at. Has anybody been to Legoland lately? One like a couple years ago. It was really cool. I should have bought $1,000 in Lego. Probably be 2,000 right now. Carlsbad. Lego has some cool colors too. Since we're talking in colors. And again, this is Surf Blue. It's a really nice deep blue. Oh, look at that. OC Shine Detail. Yo, what's up, OC? OC Shine. That makes me think of California somewhere. Where you at, man? Where you at? All right, here we go. PQD. PQD. What are we listening to here? Sorry guys, we're gonna switch this one out. Force an ad. Surf Blue coming up. Oh, this is a nice blue. Stick around for this one. Let's take a look. PQD. PQD. Dodge. OC Shine Auto Detailing. What are some paint issues that you run into with paint? We got a paint expert in the house here. OC Shine deals with the top coats. How to take care of your paint. Talk to us, man. Talk to us. As we mix this Surf Blue. Think of a Surf Blue. What you're thinking of is probably right. Some clear water, beachy Surf Blue. This is going to get a little bit of that natural blue. Here we go. There it is. A little bit of metallic. How is the detailing world nowadays out wherever you are, OC? We are located in Oregon, and I know when we used to run a detail shop, these would be the slower times, but we would always run specials. So there were slower times, and if you run some nice campaign specials, if you have people's emails addresses, we would actually rake it in quite a bit, and it would allow us to set up for the next several months because it gets cold out here. All right, let's see here. I think OC left. Now we're going into some pearl. This has blue liquid pearl. Look at that. Just another drop, 2 drops in there. And we are ready. S43. Some silver, more silver. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we got another FAQ here. Paint related question. Where's our board?
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Who's ready for my famous chart?
Whoop. Check this color out. Here's a good question. Should I wax my car before touching it up? Dun, 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 dun. So, that all depends. If you want your paint to fall off or not. So, wax, it is recommended to wait 3 weeks to a month before touching up your car. Wax contains silicone oils. If you just had your car waxed, it's got a silicone barrier protector that if you put any touch up, it's gonna cause it to fisheye or separate, or the paint touch up not to last. So it is recommended that you wait at least a month. Again, because you're gonna have to prep those rock chip scratches or whatever you're going after before applying the paint. So if somebody just applied wax, you gotta use, it's always recommended to use wax and grease remover before the application of your paint. And you don't want to use wax and grease remover when somebody just applied wax. It defeats the purpose. You're kind of going backwards. Look at that blue. As a matter of fact, speaking of wax and grease remover, most common soaps you find out in the store, you know, most car soaps have some kind of a wax protector, they call it. So there are wax in car soaps, automotive car soaps. So you want to avoid those if you are going to touch up your car. The best solution to use is Dawn, not the one from you wash your dishes with. Dish soap can be very good for washing your car. It's a degreaser, so it has the properties to remove grime, grease, get a really nice clean job done. All right, where's my color code? We get a question very often. Why? Because different car manufacturers put color codes in different places. Why? Who knows? Because they're all different. They want to be special. They want to hide it from you. They don't want you to know where color code is. Just kidding. But we have a library dedicated to most color codes. You'll find them. We get a question of how to even open hoods. So we've started a little series, how to open your hood, because some car manufacturers make it a secret on how to open your hood. So we unveil the secrets of all the car world, how to open your hood, where to find your paint code. You'll be amazed. Some paint codes are located in the trunk, somewhere in the glove box, somewhere in the driver's side door jamb, somewhere in the passenger door jamb. Some paint codes are actually only located in driver's manuals. The new Teslas have it located in the brain. You got to go into the screen to figure out your paint code. We have videos dedicated to that. Check them out. If you have any questions, again, drop a comment. moving on to another question we get asked very often. Do I order my paint by name? No, you do not order your paint by name. If you go into our website and you type in Radiant Red, we just dealt with this yesterday. Radiant Red. If you type in Radiant Red, you will get about 13 results. Chevrolet makes a Radiant Red, Honda makes a Radiant Red, and other manufacturers make a Radiant Red. The name does not define the formula. The formula that we need to make your color is defined by the paint code. The paint code usually consists of 2 to 4 to 6 characters depending on what manufacturer you have. Chevrolet starts with a WA. Dodge, like this one, Jeep, Chrysler, they start with a lot of them start with a P, and there's 3 characters. Honda, most Hondas start with a NH. There are some B's. So you want to identify your paint code. You can easily go into our YouTube channel and put Honda paint code, and you will find our video on how to find your paint code. If you need help opening your hood, you can look at one of our hood videos. Now, if you need help opening the driver's door, then you got issues. Then you need like some head help. PQD. PQD. That's the surf blue. Again, look at that. That is really nice. When we're talking colors here, that's a good looking blue. And we're moving on down to our next one. Again, this color was for Joyce and Carlsbad next to Legoland. Next up, in the queue. Ooh, PWQ. We get to make some cans now. We get to make a can. Let's put a little cup here. So, I want to answer a question that we have asked. We get asked. Will nail polish work on my car? Whoa. You're doing that? Oh, man. You're asking for trouble. Nail polish is a little, even though it's good, it's really good quality paint too, but it's meant for nails.
Is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like,
It's not meant for cars. So car paint is meant for being in harsh conditions, snow, ice. You know, it has a stronger clear coat dedicated. No paint will not last on your vehicle. We do not recommend it. If you want to try it out, you might get some reaction and have some of your paint fall. It's up to you. Oh, PWQ. This is a white pearl that is an exception. This is a white pearl that we normally do not sell rattle cans to just the public of 3-stage because, again, the technicalities of the application. If you are familiar with paint and you have the skills, you know how to lay it down, we will sell it to you. You got to reach out and contact us. In this case, this color is one of the only whites that come in not a single stage, but a 2-stage setup where you put the base coat down and then you clear over it. For this guy, we need our bigger cup. Let's adjust here. Early pioneers. All right, let's get it. Yo, he says. All right, let's get our white. This has our white. We're gonna make 2 cans of PWQ for Dodge. Pro White. Pro White for the Dodge. This has some metallic along with the pearl. This has our white pearl because it is a white pearl. A little bit of black. Some yellow. A little bit of yellow to give it that pop. All right, now we mix and pop. So out of this guy, we need 2 cans. Perfect. Let's see those colors flow real nice together. I'll mix it real good. So the order process is when you complete the order online, you will get a tracking number within 24 hours, depending on where you're located. Most our aerosol cans go via UPS ground. Those usually take 5 to 7 days. Anywhere in the US. Now, USPS moves a little bit slower. If you're ordering touch-up, orders go through USPS ground. We can arrange priority, but if it is USPS ground and you're in Florida, New York, those can take 7 to 10 days. Takes a little bit longer. Look at that. That is almost done. Now we're gonna pump it into the cans. So this is gonna conclude part 1 of our mixes today, and we have been here for an hour and a half. Thank you for anybody that joined. We will broadcast again and answer any additional questions. We will come up with our own questions to answer most frequently asked questions. If you're interested in our color, visit our website, readycarpaints.com. Order your touch-up spray paint. Thank you for watching. Look at that color. Nice. Peace out.